Hello YouTube, it's Boards Dude and I'm back with a very special video for Christmas Eve. Today I'm taking a look at a figure that I have wanted for years, and it is of course the talking Turboman. Now originally this was made by Tiger Electronics to coincide with the release of the Jingle All the Way movie. However, this is a figure that has eluded me for years, and when Funko just suddenly decided to reissue this figure, or at least a very close reissue to the figure, out of the blue, my initial thought was a prank. However, it's obviously turned out not to be the case because I do have him in hand, and I thought I'd start looking at the box because the box itself is full of nostalgia. They've very much copied the original design from Tiger Electronics, bar a few obvious changes such as the Funko logo being branded there, and of course all the sort of safety features that is prevalent on at least European boxes these days. But taking a look at the front, this is obviously where Turboman would be in the display window, along with that fantastic graphical art. Top of the box takes some of the art from the Jingle All the Way movie. That picture of Turboman flying is seen in one of the sort of banners when Arnold Schwarzenegger is driving looking for his Turboman.
The Turboman dolls! They're all gone!
On the side of the Turboman box, you do get some facts about each character, and I would love it if Funko each year do one new Turboman character, because who wouldn't want a Dementor, the Demon Team, and of course Booster. The back of the box very much is reminiscent of the original Tiger design, with a few logo changes and copyright notices and what have you, but this again very much is part of the package. Not only just getting the Turboman figure, but getting it in box gives that fantastic rush of nostalgia. Right then, let's take a look at Turboman himself, and this is a fantastic slice of 90s toy design nostalgia. Very reminiscent of the Rocketeer design, I feel. It has very basic articulation, which is absolutely fine by me because the chest itself houses all the electronic goodness. So the head itself does move. I could probably do a full 360, but I don't want to chance that. The arm can do a full 360 and is also got a joint on the shoulder to allow an extension. Slight bend at the elbow. The leg itself has some limited movement. We do get a nice high bend at the knee, and that's pretty much all she wrote for articulation. Of course, there's not going to be any waist swivel because what do you expect when all the electronics are housed within the body of Turboman himself? Again, you're buying this for the pure nostalgia of the toy design itself and also the era it was originally made. Before we look at Turboman's accessories, let's look at some electronic features first of all. So there's a switch on his chest that you flip up and it puts on some wonderful green LED lights that just flash top to bottom, and it looks wonderful. Again, this is a hark back to sort of early to mid 90s toy design where they were chucking light and everything, and a staple in Chinese knockoff figures to this day. Turboman also has a few catchphrases if you press this button in the middle of his chest.
Beware of evildoers. It's turbo time. Good work, Booster. Beware, it's turbo time. Good work, Booster. Good work, Booster. You can always count on me.
Presente tiempo del hombre de turbo!
Beware of evildoers.
Sounds very muffled, very 90s chip design, but oh so good. Turboman does of course come with a few accessories, his most iconic being the rocket pack. Now there's a button on the top of the rocket pack you press and it brings out his rocket thrusters, but nothing happens with it until you plug it into his back there. And then once you press the button again, you get fantastic rocket light and sound effects, and that will not stop until you put the rocket thrusters back in to the jetpack itself. He also comes with his turbo ring or boomerang. as it's used in the movie. It's very cool. Nice red and gold to match his suit, and does slot in the hand nicely for Turboman to hold. Lastly, he comes with his turbo discs and turbo launcher, and again you can tell that this is a toy designed from the 90s, because by God, the spring on this thing is powerful as all hell and can easily take an eye out. This is a figure I have wanted for years, and I'm so glad Funko have released a version of Turboman to the mass market, as the Tiger original is now ridiculously rare and expensive to find complete. I don't think this is the original mould, it could well be, but regardless, I'm just happy to have this figure in my collection, and if you are as big a fan of Jingle All the Way as I am, then I would definitely recommend picking this up. It has so many nostalgia key factors, not just for the movie itself, but it is just a classic of that sort of early to mid 90s toy design, with the articulation, with the electronics, and of course that superhero Power Rangers-esque design. Once again, I recommend you pick it up. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you do have a lovely Christmas, and I'll see you again soon with another video in the new year. The top, it will extend the rocket thrusters. Nothing happens there. Much like Arnold Schwarzenegger's character. What the fuck am I talking about?
Merry Christmas.
Well, what do you expect? You're my #1 customer.